very at home, but enerii already waiting. What is that headshot immediately? Look at how fast X10 already into the site despite losing one. Gets enerii regardless, and they have full control of the site.
Catches are out, even mid-phase. Polly has a lot to do here. She finds 3. Realizes, okay, the main push is coming from B main. We have to take control somewhere else. The Sage Barrier is going to give him a bit more holding power. But Alyssa on that swing wins out the fight against nabbsky, taking great control. On the fight, Ayumiii, though, barely edges out. Still able to stay alive, but does go down eventually. JinNy, great shot. She has a flash here to try and recontest. The 4v2 not going to work out for Alter Ego because they've been found on out. Alluka finds the one, finds a follow-up, but does only get the dig. No real kills. It's down now here to the 1v2. She finds Alyssa, but she's trapped in the corner as X10 Sapphire, they open up with a pistol. Oh, they did. You are right. So Baby TZ back on this Neon, which we have seen her do really good on the previous Pearl maps, not this series, but the ones in the past. And she has always looked a bit more potent in that regard, where Muffyn is, I guess, the clutcher that you want in the end. So they wanted to switch on roles on Pearl. Doesn't work out. Switch back out here for Fracture. Very similar comp in somewhat ways, at least, on the front line, but the back line is what gives them a different edge.
Oh no, not the ropes! Muffyn not able to just swing away Indiana Jones style, but here's Baby TZ again with that speed. That concuss coming through, immediately she just flies over, gets 1, gets 2, can she get a 3 is the question, not quite, but her teammates in the backside, look at this! Wow, bloodshed through and through from X10S, and finally Alyssa gets the last one.
Alyssa almost died there. It could have been 1v1. So X10 actually pull out the rifles early on, so you can see they're playing no games. They want to make sure that there ain't no such thing as a bonus round. They want to win every round.
Because for AECL, give them an inch, they take a mile. But for X10S, they need to maintain their momentum. They are a very momentum-heavy team. Just fighting for time here. And if you see, A main is actually empty. It's as though they already read how exactly they're going to be playing into the site. Look at a stack there.
Launching smoke.
Prepped at this. Alluka. It's actually a great smoke for her. But it does cut off any vision she might have otherwise have. It allows X10 to close that gap even more so, where these SMGs can be so deadly. Yes, it's a good smoke for Alluka to be able to check around the bend, but that's all it really gives her. Slows down the time here, burns that time, but can be crucial for the attacking side. And on the flank, actually no, Alluka just walks out, finds great timing, shut on down though, and that is the only smoker on the defense taken up, so now there's much more viability here for X10, and they've taken the tower, but here up top, high on them, Ayumiii finds a follow-up, and JinNy goes on the trade as well.
30 seconds left.
Here is nabbsky throwing out that seeds. She still gets 1. Alyssa playing ring around the Rosie. Can she get 1 more? Muffyn from the other side. Great cross from the team. And never letting you live this down.
We all agree that cereal is soup. Okay, moving on. I am right. X10 Sapphire on the attack.
This is when things get dicey. Where things take a turn in terms of their, I would say, their momentum. Or, oh my god, apparently, according to our hosts, the game broke when Black and Blue said cereal is soup.
Hey, don't blame it on me. I am as honest as it goes, but Polly, she has no lies about that one. Great opening start. She gets the pick, and, well, sight is theirs. Plant down.
Gotta go.
Polly's performance today has been absolutely insane. She's been great with that opening picks as well as the clutches, but nabbsky, she wants to take all of this space. But little does she know there's a cross waiting. So which way is this Prowler gonna go? It's gonna go to the left. Does she know there's someone right behind her? Slows come through. nabbsky goes down. Muffyn as well. Muffyn doing so good with a dump on Polly as well. Looking really grim from the side of AECL. It's a flawless for X10S. AECL, that's their eco.
It is a flood. Just road soup. More soup.
If Black and Blue is in the flood, is it a Black and Blue soup? Is the question.
Big answers to be found. Yes. Alter Ego. We get back to the game. I can see our hosts begrudgingly judging me from the back on my soup escapades. But Alter Ego, they're the ones right now who have yet to go on the adventurous stroll we know to see from them on the defensive side. They are a team, yes, that likes to hold back down, but you can expect for them to push forward if they do so choose to as well.
You know, that's just on TikTok. She knows.
She knows.
She knows. Oh, you're a TikTok guy too!
No, I'm not.
Please.
No, don't ever call me that.
I'm really liking this initiative coming through by X10S. Stopping the sound, changing in the pace, just to keep AECL on their toes. But the thing about AECL is that these sort of tactics don't work. Mind games don't work. But here comes Baby TZ. She is pissed and she's stopping with the lightning fingers. Here's the Ayumiii goes down, but Eisberg gets the trade right now. It's so explosive, but the lightning fingers a little bit too sharp for the other team. Baby TZ buying time. She's running out of time. Rushes forward, still gets one more. What is going on? Baby TZ is on fire.
She's running them down like a locomotive out of control, and Baby TZ rocking them to sleep. But they have a post plant here, one that's very difficult to try and dismantle. They almost line on up. It's down left to JinNy. 1v2. She gets found though in the tower. And finally, from the high castle, Alter Ego, they come back to try and get control of the crown. They take their first round.
What a mid-game recovery! I was screaming. I didn't mean to scream that way.
Collateraled there.
Exactly.
But even if they don't, they still both went down. So, no harm, no foul. Enerii, deep angle she's holding here towards that dish. X10 Sapphire. Surprisingly enough, we haven't really seen them go ham early on in the round. If anything, they wait for the pushes here of Alter Ego, and this is to be expected. Here comes out the stun. The orbital comes out with Alyssa. Transfer on that, but Alluka, she gets a double anyways. Polly and JinNy go down. What a push here coming from Alter Ego.
Oh man, the barbecue was hot. Hotter than the multi-frag that Alyssa got. But it's still 3-on-3. Those come through, revives as well. That's the power of having a Sage in your team.
Yeah.
Regardless, they're going to be crossing. It's going to be Muffyn that finds Eisberg first. But where exactly are they going is the question. And they're going to the B-side arcade, I believe.
They swap on over. They pull that defense to rotate towards the attacking side. It's a quick rotate on the defense here in Fracture, but they've isolated them now, cut them off from their own site, and they can get a plant here early and quickly. Brings them to a 4v2. Still, a winnable round here, especially if Enerii gets a big pick-off. She very well can do so with his tour de force, such a deadly weapon to try and go up against. But still, the numbers not in their advantage. Haunt on out. Now they've got a post.
Maybe TZ just waiting, buying her time. But that smoke won't be there a long time. She knows exactly where someone is. Alyssa does spot out Enerii. She has to push out. Where are you looking, Enerii? From your back. But Enerii, she has her sights on Holly. Surprised that no reactions coming through. Everyone's just reading way deep inside. She tanks that Molly, but they're running out of time. Alyssa pushes up here. She's gonna get one, at least not quite, as Baby TZ finds her, and they win the round. I would say it's one of the cleanest wins. But Alyssa, unfortunately, doesn't make it. According to Mika, this thing called a nose flute. Where are
Yeah, the
how does it sound? My pronunciation. Is it good?
Yes. I thought you were gonna ask me how the flute sounds. I was gonna go like something like that, you know.
Really?
No, I'm joking.
I was about to say, but Ayumiii is the one with the magic fingers this time, and she is going fast onto the side. She is just going round and round in circles. Where are you? And I don't think she's gonna get any value. This is so smart. You hear her pop the ultimate, and they're like, we're just gonna wait it out.
Yeah, making sure that just goes to waste. You know, I have a bunch of native flutes here on my desk, but I don't want to start, jamming out here. It's gonna be quite annoying. Like
post game. Here's the wall coming up, not allowing that access, but flash comes through as well. The swing is not gonna be favorable to Ayumiii as Muffyn gets 2, make it 3. No, it's not that. It's gonna be Alyssa to get that, but enerii and Alluka get 1 each. Regardless, it's still a 2-on-3 situation. But for X10S, they're just gonna say that's fine. Give them the site. We already committed, and they are gonna have a hard time rotating to us. But the rotates for defensive side is a lot shorter.
It's a quick rotate, as we've established earlier on. The stun comes out, catches JinNy, delays just a bit, but I mean, they needed somebody to play towards that B main in general. Anyways, enerii, big pick, does get traded out by Alyssa, but it took a bit too long. Eisberg could still win this fight on out, but no, Polly, multifaceted, and brings the many faces here for X10 against Out.
This is a situation where I do not want to be isolated as possible. If you want to fight enerii, don't get isolated.
Yeah, she is one of the last players you want to be taking a straight up duel to, not just because of aim and mechanics, we know that, right? But she is such a smart player, and considering how young she is, there is so much growth for a player like her. If anything, I'm gonna say it outright, enerii has the makings to be a global star here in the Game Changers circuit, especially with how
even beyond Game
lately.
Changers. Let's be real here.
Yeah, really, really very much so. In the Valorant space of things, she is, that talent that you don't see as often as really it comes. So, X10.
Isn't she like 18?
She
17?
is 18. Like, very, very young. So, there's a lot of development there, but it's X10 here who have to have constant improvement in this series because they're the ones on the deficit, at least in the series and in the historical standings between these two teams.
Here comes Conkus. Doesn't get the tap on Alyssa. Smokes come through as well. Look how fast immediately Alluka not able to take that space because of that another Conkus. It's so oppressive as maybe TZ still wins that out. Alyssa gets 1 as well. 1 more on Arcade. They know that they're there, but Eisberg wins out against Baby TZ. Plant is here. Eisberg not able, gets 1, and Ayumiii as well, as Muffyn whiffs that. Unfortunately, Ayumiii only 23 HP left.
Yeah. Overextensions here punished. Polly spots out the pigtails of Ayumiii, but she's the one decapitated. Polly goes down. This is huge here for Alter Ego Celeste, but they're all low. She has a fault line in a few seconds to pull out, but it doesn't even come to it as Eisberg finds out how to sink the ship of X10. And now they go down like the Titanic. Alter Ego answering back, and X10
playing. It felt a lot more controlled ever since their new coach came in, and I'm really liking how they're taking each round and how well they are each round mentally with enerii with the opening onto Muffyn. That was a revive though.
That was only a prowler that allowed her to take all that space, find a pick, and now they burned the res off of it. And X10, they've been consistently being punished here by Alter Ego on some of their overextensions, and that round right prior was an overextension punish. They had the 3v5, they overextend into that arcade, down on under, they get caught out and they lose a round because of it in the end as well in 2v1. Man, they're really looking to show Alter Ego slowly crawling back. Alluka's found her way, crawled her way here into the underpass, but there's a lot for her to try and defend off. Amateur. And she gets found.
With that opening, it's so big, but look how fast immediately the explosive play coming in from Baby TZ. The same playbook over and over. Get a pick, immediately go fast. Ayumiii there. She doesn't know that she's right behind the smoke. Ayumiii has the high ground here. If the smoke goes down, she can get the advantage, but she backs off. But look at the rolling thunder come through. Immediately the sprays from Eisberg just to get some space. Flash as well, gonna be swinging out. But also the aftershock, JinNy to the right side! She doesn't win it! The Bulldog a little bit better, Ayumiii! But Alyssa, as well as the rest of the team, know exactly where they are. Ayumiii coming in for the backside, Baby TZ, playing the sneaky deaky on Arcade.
She wasn't ready for that fight at all. nabbsky nabbing herself a kill, and so does Eisberg. Here, Baby TZ from that arcade has to go on big. She goes down though. It's all on the Muffyn.
Oh
the one tap
God.
goes her way, but nabbsky coming in big from arcade into B main, and they secure the round.
That is 2 in a row for AECL, and that's exactly the momentum they need. Alter Ego, you cannot let them take a round at all. And
these rounds, punishing them over and over and once again and over.
I wonder what changes will come through here from X10S, but look how aggressive Muffyn is, but she takes her time and really swinging out, and nabbsky still gets one, but not before the trade. Regardless, Alyssa, so very low. She does have the heal, can take her time, but look at how many utilities are being forced onto them. Regardless, now their passage onto the site blocked by so many utilities, they have to find another way through unless they want to challenge this.
Yeah, but Alter Ego, they're smart. They don't challenge it. Nobody playing within that site because they know the Rolling Thunder is going to come. So they play for the retake instead. Play towards CT, play towards their spawn, and that is what they're going to wait for. Muffyn, she doesn't have her rendezvous here at the ready. Is pushed up all the way towards that CT entrance, and the sands have been taken here. Alter Ego looking to try and go from the rear.
It's a rough area because you can get bottlenecked. Enerii gets Muffyn, but Alyssa, get Alluka, JinNy as well, gets nabbsky, Eisberg, great recovery, finds that pick, but for Polly stops her in the tracks. Enerii, on drop, comes through, unfortunately messes up the jump, immediately gonna try and break the wall. They know exactly where she is. Even if she were to cross through, there is the cross from both sides. Enerii pushing forward, still gets one, gets the teleport. She's gonna try and win one more time, but not before Polly stops her.
Yeah, difficult fight for her to win, even of a player of her.
It was also very expensive for X10. Did you notice that after the, I would say, timeout, each round is getting a little bit closer, a little bit more heart attack and nerve-wracking. You do hear the tour de force already popped. It's gonna be Enerii with it. She didn't buy this round. Regardless, I'm really liking this change in pace by X10S. But you remember it in Pearl, they took a little bit too much time. So the discipline and timing on this map is looking a lot better.
They really are. Setting that pace a lot more confidently and simply a lot more proficiently. That's a really good sign for things here for X10 at least, but it is the attacking side, the favored side here. Muffyn's got a great spot to find one, but she gets traded as well immediately here by Ayumiii, so no trade goes unchecked, no frag goes unanswered. And Alter Ego, they pick up a rifle off of it.
It's looking really good when you think about it, because these very, very nasty corners, both teams are getting these early picks, and at least getting those refrags. So by the time they're getting onto site, they're left with 4 only in the end.
30 seconds left.
They're gonna be coming in from drop. No one has their sights onto there because they thought that everyone would be close to where the fight initially happened. babytz, explosive once again. She is not afraid to check every single corner and angle. She slides through like it's nothing. That flash as well, she will take full advantage of it with her teammate from the backside. She is explosive. She gets 2. Make it 3. Yes, it will. And it's clean for the whole team. Only losing 1 in the process.
Yeah.
I can't believe Black and Blue trolled us again.
Sorry. I was hearing otherwise, but we continue on forward.
Regardless, babytz once again. This time she does not wait for that opening shot. Immediately taking space up there in tower. She's just pushing, but she doesn't care. Now that the site is fully belonging to them, the question is whether or not they can weather a 5-man take. And it's rough because all of these utilities has already been set. But the question is, how exactly are they going to breach into their defenses? Here comes the Nightfall rather, as Alyssa does get marked. The sprays come through from babytz, but no one is pushing forward. Alyssa is not afraid for the challenge, but goes down to Ayumiii, Polly, and babytz get one each to save the day. Enerii does find Polly in the end. We see a barbecue happening, but is not going to get the crisp and the burn that they wanted. babytz pushes up, gets punished by Enerii in return, but time is running out here. Enerii pushes up, gets caught off guard. As 3 for Enerii. Muffyn saves the day. All she has to do is just play for time. But it looks like they're going to be winning this round. Round 12 going to X10S.
Well, we thought...
Not that common.
Really?
You can look at it online. Statistically,
that's a lie.
numbers.
I don't believe you.
You can Google it. Oh my god.
Your stats don't matter.
Wow.
I take things out of my own personal experiences.
Trap destroyed.
Okay, Mr. Cereal Soup.
What you got? You got beef against my soup? Against my cereal?
I like beef soup though, but Muffyn got beef. Millie finds Enerii with that opening shot so very fast.
Yeah, she definitely makes things a lot more difficult now. Now that they found this opening pick here, they lose Enerii. A big gun for them to get removed off of early on here in the pistol. And Alter Ego, the pistol rounder there, as they get that plant down. Alluka cannot confirm the kill. Polly follows up. This is all crumbling. They've talked about Jenga and those bricks, the pieces. They're simply not working on out. babytz finds a follow-up, but it's a 1v1. Doable by all means. Prowler connects, and the click comes in for Alter Ego. They still somehow recover.
Pushing up at you, about to bite you. What are you gonna do?
I was really smart as well, right? Coming from Alluka on that tower. Target
That's why I'm a fade main!
Perfectly. Just, they knew. They knew to time it right and who to try and go for. She knew that babytz was on the reload. Go for the diffuser instead and secure the round that way. So really smart here from Alter Ego Celeste. Looking so primed, so proper. But there's some few rounds for them to try and flatten this cushion just a bit more.
Really taking their time. But their rotation like clockwork. Almost as though when X10 goes to the left, Alter Ego goes to the right. Ooh, Ayumiii nearly gets picked off there. Timing is everything. And immediately they hear the footsteps. Rushing in toward A, but everyone is on B. Wrong place, wrong time.
Well, could be wrong for them, but right for the opposing side. Alluka.
Right for Alluka. Oh, no!
He gets lots of information, couldn't find the kill, but damage done. Should be able to secure this anyways. I mean, this retake's going to be so difficult for them to try and win on out. The stun, so much utility thrown out. Alluka finds one. Iceberg follows up. This round, quick, sealed in the deal. It's done.
They don't even have to play on the site.
Nothing's perfect.
They just pushed them off the site.
On the defensive side, that is barely much to sit on here for X10. So this round, they have to bring it 5 to 10. Otherwise, this could be a disastrous round, a disastrous map, if anything, for X10 if they can't get this bonus, anti-bonus, if anything.
They can make it very expensive if they want to. For defense, I'm really hoping to see a more aggressive X10. And that exactly is what they're doing, but just now they got punished for it. Overextension is not the name of the game here, but it's gonna be Alyssa! Not getting that first contact with enerii with the opening. We know how great she is with that shot. Eisberg as well gets a shot onto Alyssa. The aftershock, rather, that finds her in this little corner. That's why Breach is just so good for this map.
Yeah, she can't be playing those committed positions, especially when you're a Sage. Could have maybe barriered herself away, but now this anti-bonus coming from X10, it's looking problematic. Ayumiii has extended herself here onto the arcade, wants to make sure she now retrieves that rifle, plays the exact same position that we saw Alyssa from a while ago. And enerii, what a pick! That's her second in this round. Gets forced off of the angle by Polly, rightfully so punishes her, but this round is done. They concede it. You can see them saving this gun round, saving these rifles for another fight. This battle, it's been won by Alter Ego. What a round.
enerii, all you have to do is just give her the headhunter and she will be popping heads. No need for a rifle. She does the work. But 6 to 9, they take 3 rounds in a row. And this is bad for X10S. They need the momentum.
Good boy.
Ayumiii this time with the speed, not gonna be able to move forward into arcade. Regardless, she says that's fine. There's always another way in. It's gonna go through underpass. They hear her, but can she go through is the question. With Ayumiii going backside here, enerii waiting for the push-up. Now she just swings away. Indiana Jones side does get tagged, but this time she gets to the other side safely.
Yeah.
Here comes the Rolling Thunder as well as X10 pushes up back onto the site here. Popping hits, Muffyn not quite gonna happen. Unfortunately whiffs it as nabbsky already has full control. Regardless, her haunt's back in 3 seconds. She can get information. She can play deep if she wants to. Plant goes down.
Yeah, that was the pick they needed. Muffyn, unfortunately, could not connect. And nabbsky firmly holding control of this arcade, but babytz, she's got a great flank, yes. She gets the one, could have exercised a bit more trigger control, but hey, they needed the time as it's burning on down. It is kind of like a mixed buy as they saved some guns from the previous one.
She still won that!
Huge pick, yeah, even though she was stunned, finds the lineup. JinNy up close though, shuts down an area. The defuse being stuck, and they get the round off of it under their noses! X10, they steal this one away from Alter Ego!
And they got the kills too! Next situation, it's really hard to push out.
Man, oh man, Alter Ego, with the guise of them not being as close as X10 initially thought, they sneak on under, get the defuse amongst the chaos. They were born in it, molded by it, and they knew how to come out on top. X10.
Batman reference.
Yeah, amazing round that they steal away here from Alter Ego.
I love these references. It's just testing my movie, video game, music, not food knowledge.
Didn't you know this is quiz night?
Quiz night, huh? Subtle. Prowler gets spotted by Alyssa. At least she knows there's at least one on that side. But where there's a fade, there's always a follow-up here. Nightfall coming through. It's gonna be Muffyn with the pick this time. She does not miss. Without a enerii for that first contract, it's gonna be really hard. But full control of tower. Gonna go to Ayumiii. Can she push out those smokes as well? nabbsky waiting in the corner. Finds Muffyn. nabbsky for two. But before Ayumiii finds babytz as well. But that orbital strike gonna spot no one inside there as they push out Haunt as well. But Ayumiii still gets one more. Ayumiii doing great work on that neon. Her aggression is doing so good, but not before Polly spots her. But nabbsky gonna seal the deal and bring them to a 7.
Well, they win, but they've been punishing so good that their defensive playstyle, even on the attacking side, especially when they get in the post plant, it is impenetrable. They are the best defensive team when it comes here to the APAC Game Changers, both on both ends of the floor, really, and both ends of the table, and that has been one of the reasons why they are so good. It's their impenetrable defense on both ends that has been such a problem for X10.
It's really interesting because SMG had the same situation where on attack, I mean, it's the opposite way. On attack, it seemed like they were struggling, but on defense, they do way better. Regardless, already on the side, AECL, wasting no time at all. That wall, providing them all the spaces. Ayumiii picks up one, but not before babytz will respond with only just a classic.
Take this!
For now, you can see the concuss buying some time. Plant coming through underneath. And as for the members of X10S, they're just taking their time.
Oh, Muffyn, huge pick off, okay. They get the player count their way, but they still don't have the weapons to make it advantageous. This orbital's going to be so deadly. Alluka just pretty much secures a round off of that. Muffyn! Huge pick off he finds! Making a cupcake! Sweetness comes her way! But simply short-lived. Is Alter Ego round
Exactly!
for
And I
Alter
was
Ego.
surprised.
So there's a bit of a consolation coming out of that, Tosh.
Yeah, it's gonna be looking a little bit better, but no one. Muffyn does have the tour de force this round.
Yeah.
Muffyn, unfortunately, is not gonna get that first shot, and we all know you never double dip an opper. Taking their time here, as the other members of AECL look at exactly where the spike is. They're just playing for time. Teleports coming through. Ayumiii already on the site. Straight onto B. Muffyn with the double barrel straight to the face. Does get a trade back.
Out of range.
So at least a 1-for-1. But going down to a shorty feels bad, man.
At the very least, they take out Ayumiii from the equation. Aftershock's gonna connect. This is gonna kill an enerii. She cannot escape. Trapped within her own jailhouse, she is set upon. Alluka.
Look at where babytz is.
Yeah, that flank is going to be big here coming from babytz. She's gone on in from B main. JinNy finds a trade-off and really gets revenge for Alyssa. 1v1 right now. Advantage for Eisberg. She's got that stun. She has a fault line to try and cut things up here. He's played all the way back. Counter fault line doesn't connect. She has one of her own. On the swing. She's still ready for it. And JinNy goes down as Alter Ego Celeste. They've cut this lead down to a single round.
For X10S, but
You
that
want to play, let's
recovery
play.
has been so great for them. It's going to be an enerii with the opening onto Muffyn.
Oh, this is looking disastrous right now for X10. This could be the game tied up here and should be, considering the situation. The problem at hand, the task proposed towards X10 is going to be a difficult one. to try and complete Alter Ego. They've been really good at coming back, no matter what the deficit is. And as I talked about a while ago, Tosh, coming into this half, that lead was not as big as it seems. And now we see it go down. Rolling Thunder connects on her own. Alyssa gets the res, but I don't know if it's worth it at this point.
Spike planted.
Right
And
there.
all the man advantage that they can have. JinNy gonna be flashing out. But is there anyone on that side? There's no one. Or perhaps now there will be. How many people? 1, 2, 3, and 4 with the sprays. And they're gonna be pushing through. Oh, you can see the fault line as well come through. Ayumiii gets 1, Ayumiii gets 2! Will it be a 3? She takes her time. Alluka with 1 more. And the push comes through. nabbsky as well. Will it be just Polly? There's nothing else they can do. Flawless round for Alter Ego and suddenly X10S.
So that you have a 5-4 advantage on the Eco. But the 5v5, that's not going to work in your favor. On a retake, such a waste of a high-impact ultimate. One that they need in the late map situation like this, late half situation like this. And they just simply give it away for free. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they're constantly, time and time on over. We saw this with their Rolling Thunders, Orbital Strike, and now their res. They use these ultimates more like a band-aid solution over necessarily something to further gain them even more control, even more favor. And that's not a risk you want to run in a late situation like this when the game is coming to its closing rounds.
Right here.
Look at the flank though.
30
Face
seconds
your
left.
fear! We're good.
Oops, sorry
10
about that.
seconds left.
Wow, I didn't realize that my mic
Spike
was
planted.
unplugged. But Alyssa pushing forward here. Baby TZ playing the backside. Muffyn does find Eisberg. Time might not be on their side. Here's Alluka does find Baby TZ in the end. Muffyn.
Oh.
Don't know if she sees someone up there. Unfortunately whiffs. Not before Ayumiii finds Alyssa in the end. JinNy finds a band-aid at least for nabbsky. She gets 1 more. Enerii. Time to 1 versus 2. They know exactly where JinNy is, waiting for that tap. The only thing she can do, but they do have the orbital strike, and that's it! They finally go ahead!
Now they're going to have to play on an Eco, potentially give up match point, probably give up match point if anything. That's going to be a difficult task, but still, it's a very close margin to play at. It's only going to ever be 2 rounds ahead.
This is the nightmare that X10S didn't want. Comeback is so strong! And nabbsky with that opening. Not gonna get any value from that. Not even a headshot as Alyssa does find Ayumiii in the end. Muffyn as well. This is great for them! But before Alluka takes 1, but Muffyn and Baby TZ gets 1 each. Getting the free upgrades is so good for them. Possibly for their morale as well. And suddenly there's only a Enerii. She can at least make it expensive. Take 1 gun away. No clue where they are. Enerii gets 1. But Alyssa not allowing any more damage to happen. A good thrifty for them as they go 11-11.
End towards the arcade and trap the opposing side there on that second spawn. The team that gets trapped more often than not by far loses. And it's a great call to make, especially when you're on the Eco here. X10 Sapphire. Perfect response. Great read from them on that gate trap that we saw there on here on Fracture.
They're just taking their time this time. There's a lot at stake here. If ACECL takes this map, X10S will have to go to the lower bracket. And X10S, they've had some pretty great runs in the lower bracket. But why would you want to play in the lower bracket? We have a free ticket to the grand finals immediately. That explosive play coming through. Ayumiii already on the site, and suddenly she has to give all of that space away. Alluka playing the underpass. This might be great for her as she gets that flank
Spike
to the other
planted.
side.
X10 Sapphire, they find the opening pick here. Eisberg goes down, and now the ship, it's sailing here for X10. They have the advantage, but the operator on a retake, always difficult. But now they've gained control. Triple B main push to come out. babytz, she's in a good position to find one. She finds the triple going her way, but Alter Ego, the answer back to defuse in their face, comes here for X10 and Alyssa. She secures the round. Match point taken by X10.
They just want to overcome Alter Ego as the one who puts them at the bottom end of the spectrum time and time again.
Great counter stuns here though, coming in from babytz, but only good for one. Alter Ego, they get the double pick going their way. JinNy has to be careful here. She's got the flash to throw out, but that's her last piece of utility before she's dry now. Has to try and spam on through, doesn't really find on much. Alter Ego, they made their way towards the site here. Eisberg low, a single bullet would do her on in. Have to be careful not to go for the plan prematurely.
Enerii, she doesn't have to overextend. These smokes will be enough. Just buy some time. Regardless, time is out. They're out in the open. It's a 3-4 situation here. Eisberg is quite low. Regardless, we do know that all it needs is just one bullet to the head. That'll begin a day. But XNS, they want to push out here. nabbsky, gonna get the utility out. Still good for one. The trades come through. Alyssa for two. Alluka gets one more. Suddenly it's a 2-on-1. Alyssa, how is she gonna be playing this? She needs to isolate, but she gets flashed. She doesn't realize from the backside there is one more from door. And as for AECL, all they have to do is just wait in the corners of the shadows. They don't need to show themselves. She is gonna be safe here, but the aftershock as well as Alluka is a little bit too much, I must say. It is so oppressive as they...
A map like Fracture here is a map that is more attacker-sided. Once again early, trying to anticipate any pushes coming from Alter Ego. They hold on back. We've seen enerii be so impactful in these type of positions, almost even gets a pick off, even though she was blind.
nabbsky, the utility usage has been so oppressive for X10. One prowler used, one more to go. babytz, she wants to play the oppressive play. Stuns coming through just to clear out those aggressive corners. But enerii, with the op, it's gonna be scary. No information for her. Walls come through, but that push gonna be finding a trade there. Muffyn for enerii. enerii gets two. It's gonna be babytz as well. But where's the spike? Already on side. enerii with three. One-man army with an op. Finally going down to JinNy, but Polly in the corner as well, supplementing her teammate.
Man, that was all enerii that round. Every single kill, all three picks were by enerii. What an anchor she was. But unfortunately, the rest of Alter Ego, they got confused, couldn't really follow up on all the damage, all the noise being made here by enerii especially. And now it's down to Ayumiii. She's got utility to work with. That stun could be big. She can isolate the fight as well with her smoke, with her wall. And she still has got her dash to try and go explosive here. Stun on out. The balls connect. Ayumiii finds one. Now she can fake the drop. And that she does. Goes down here, crossing the road, but this Abbey Hill goes JinNy's way! And X10, they still take the round! Pop off with the Rolling Thunder!
I wonder how many rounds are going to be going here, because this is also the OT map back then, if you remember.
Definitely was.
Yeah, it really was. This is always the map that OTs go over and over and over again.
Yeah, just the nature of this map, right? Such a stark
this
contrast on both. I mean, what do you want to call it? Overtime?
Overture.
Overture. Frack time.
Frack time. Also real good. But here's Ayumiii. She plays very, very similar to what we see on by babytz.
Gives herself
Muffyn
away.
spots absolutely no one. Teleports away. They have full control of towers. enerii moving on backwards just in case off that flank. Regardless for Alyssa. Behind generators, can she get the spot? Doesn't really. JinNy has to give up the space. Regardless for Alyssa, puts on the slow, hoping that someone's going to come out from arcade. Unfortunately, no one is there.
Eisberg. Down on under. She's here within the site, rather. She's gonna find this. No, she's going to get found. Alyssa, so potent like a Wolverine. Continuously scratches on. The stuns come out. The defuse being stuck. This is gonna be a staking away from their noses once more.
Oh my
but no, they get the defuser down. Muffyn finds one. Down to the 3v2. Here comes on out. Muffyn down in the 1v1. enerii very low. Taps the spike. Trying to force out the peak. Alluka gives herself away. enerii on the same angle. She can stick this defuse. She gets it away from them. They don't swing at the right time. And X10. That's another ninja defuse to get the round, and they bring us to map number 3.